So let's talk about Astragalus today. It's a Chinese herb. It's really amazing for immunity. It's a great immune tonic. It's totally safe and non-toxic. I use it very often also for children, for the elderly. It's very mild, but it has almost an adaptogenic quality to it. Yeah, we have in Western herbalism this concept of adaptogens, which are herbs that give us strength and stamina and support our immune system. So in Chinese medicine, they call the herbs that are roughly in this direction. It is not the same concept. Yeah, it's a bit overlapping, let's say. They call it tonics. Yeah, so in Chinese medicine, there are tonics like, for example, ginseng would be, of course, the tonic of all tonics. And Astragalus is considered in Chinese medicine a minor tonic. Yeah, so ginseng is the major tonic and the biggest of all, and Astragalus is a milder tonic. Yeah, so that means it is building, it is nourishing, it gives us strength and stamina, it supports the immune system. So it is no problem to take it over a long period of time. Yeah, this is sometimes good if you feel like you need that to get through the cold and flu season. It's perfect for that. I use it also often for children that have any kind of immune related issue. Yeah, for example, eczema or anything, anything really that has to do with immune function. It's a very nourishing tonic also for children. Yeah, so I show you this herb. I have here my Chinese herb bag. So you buy this by the pound, yeah, because the real doses in Chinese medicine are even higher than the doses I'm going to talk about here today. But I would recommend, or I usually take myself about 30 grams a day. So this is 30 grams, and here you see the root pieces. So they're just sliced, the sliced root. You can see that sometimes they come in different shapes. Yeah, they come also in this more elongated tongue depressor shape, we call it. Yeah, so if you, this is a woody texture. Yeah, like this, you couldn't eat it. Even if you boil it for hours, it doesn't get much softer. It's not something you would leave in the soup. But soup is actually a good way to take Astragalus. It tastes good. That's also a good plus, especially if you want to give it to children. So you can cook a soup out of it. Yeah, if you make vegetable broth or even a bone broth, something that cooks for several hours on the stove is ideal. You're going to extract all the medicine out of the Astragalus. If you just boil it in water and just make a tea, it's okay if you boil it like 45 minutes, maybe is a good time. I mean, the longer the better generally. But in Chinese medicine, they decoct everything for an hour. So yeah, between 30 to 45 minutes is fine. Yeah, so that's how you would use these root pieces. You would just put them in a pot with water. So this quantity, you know, you could put like maybe half a liter of water on top and then just decoct it, boil it for a while. Yeah, but it's also available in powder. Where's my powder? Here. So this is the same quantity in powder. This is also 30 grams. Yeah, this is about, I measured this by the teaspoon. So if you have like a medium-sized teaspoon like this and make it really full, this is about 4 grams. Yeah, so I put about 7 teaspoons of powder. It would be maybe 3 big tablespoons, I guess. But it's always good to measure it out. Yeah, you can imagine, by volume, it's of course different. Yeah, it depends on the cut. It depends how fine your powder is. It's always a bit different. Yeah, so 30 gram would be a good dose also for acute situations. Yeah, if you have been exposed or to cold and flu, if somebody's sick in your family, if you just feel your immunity is a bit weak or you don't want to catch the next cold that's going around, then Astragalus is a great herb to give you a better immunity and to not catch everything that's flying around out there. Yeah, so I show you now a really tasty, easy way to take this. So I mentioned the soup. Yeah, this is one thing. So of course you don't want to throw the powder in your soup. Then maybe it gets a bit thick, and it depends. Yeah, so if you make a big pot of soup, you can boil those root pieces in it. That's how I would use it. The powder is very easy to take. Just, you know, put it into some hot water. You don't have to boil it for hours. Yeah, so if you have the powder, what I do, I put 1 or 2 teaspoons or my full dose for the day into a jar. Yeah, so let's use 3. Then we could drink this twice a day, this amount, or 3 times a day if we are in a situation when we need it. Or as prevention, maybe you could use a bit less. You can also use like 15 grams maybe. Yeah. Then what I do, I add some vegetable broth powder. So this is super easy and quick. Yeah, this is no work at all, and you can do this anytime and quickly before work or at work. So I just use a bit of vegetable broth powder, just because I like Astragalus combines really nice with this umami flavor, yeah, with the vegetable broth flavor or meat broth flavor or whatever you prefer, yeah. So I put a bit of this powder in just to give it a bit more taste. I could also put, I have here also my shiitake powder, yeah, so any mushroom powder would be a great addition. It's also great for immunity. My daughters, they prefer actually not to use the vegetable broth, but they like the miso paste. So just put a bit of a miso paste, which is also great for immune function. So you see, you can build this to really a full immune recipe when you add some mushrooms, maybe some seaweed, the miso paste, which is also great for immune function. So you can create a little nourishing broth in just a minute and have something really nourishing and good for your immunity, yeah. So now I put the hot water on top. So I would then also immediately stir this, yeah. So I'm going to put a little water. So I make this normally in a teapot, in a tea cup, and not in a jar, but just for you to see. So I would just mix the powder with a little bit, and also to not dump the whole hot water in the jar so it doesn't crack. And then I just stir it, and then I add more water. Slowly. And then I have this delicious broth that is ready to drink immediately. So it can't get faster or easier to take your herbs. And also, I think you will like the taste. It's really mild and nice. It's not bitter. I mean, many Chinese herbs are it's difficult to drink them as a tea. But Astragalus is really nice. Has this amazing mild flavor. It's a little sweet. Kids love it. It's great. I love it. Yeah, so I would recommend, buy this by the pound. Yeah, see how this is like a pound, half a kilo. I buy this, yeah, in those quantities. Yeah, if you need this dose of at least 15 grams a day, which is more like a moderate dose or dose for children, 10 to 15 grams for children. You can go even way higher with even as a children dose. It's just to give you an idea, of course, if you have a talk about this with a practitioner, or, if I would have know the situation, for a certain time, you can easily go higher. There's no toxicity at all. Yeah, it's really an herb. In Chinese medicine, they use quantities of herbs like 200 grams a day or even more. Yeah, so we are still, it's a low dose. Yeah, especially for such a safe and non-toxic herb. Yeah, and yeah, enjoy your Astragalus broth, instant broth, let's call it that, Astragalus instant broth. How does that sound? Okay, yeah, it's you need a way to also get your things in quickly, easy, that it tastes good. Those things really also play a role if we actually take our herbs every day. Yeah, so Astragalus is wonderful. I use it a lot for immunity. It's a great herb. You can take it long time, or you can also, now I have a little something coming on here, so I drink it every day so that it doesn't get worse. So that's how you can use it. You just feel your immunity low, or you have been exposed. That's a wonderful way. Or maybe you have a deeper immune issue, something in your body that is related to immunity, and it would be a good way also for more chronic and more long-term treatment, because it is so mild. It can be used for longer. So yeah, I hope you like this recipe, and let me know what you think. See you next time. Ciao.